in the last 3 hours, so much has happened. Let's just say that we have, at least I definitely have breathed a little bit and I have relaxed. But this has probably been I just had the kind of most dangerous hitchhiking kind of experience that I've ever had.
Yeah, let's starting from Minsk. We got to a car. We decided to go to Grodno. Then
Grodno is just in the corner of Belarus, cornering Poland and Lithuania.
Lithuania, Poland, Belarus, and it's somewhere here.
Yeah.
And then we were on the road, like 70 kilometers away from Grodno. And one car for Uku was like, oh my god, this is just so cool car. Let's hitchhike on this. And this car stopped. It was like, it looked like kind of in ruins.
Yeah, it was kind of in ruins.
Like a high car, but it was like looking really old.
Yeah, it was kind of those with the trucks, open, the kind of space in the back. But it was like it seemed like really old. And then one guy just came out like with no emotions. He looked like this 100%, let's say, 100% this kind of Russian look. It's like a bigger girl.
Still Belarusian.
Yeah, but still, of course.
Belarus.
But it had this kind of this Eastern European look and.
Yeah, let's go to a thing.
Yeah, well, what happened was that everything seemed like a bit like edgy in the beginning, at least to me. Kadri was like, hey, it's okay.
It was okay actually. He came from like 700 kilometers away
from the other side of Belarus, from Gomel.
Yeah, and then we asked like what he did in
No.
Gomel.
Before he stopped the car, it's just on the side of the road, like something would happen. Honestly, it seemed super dangerous.
Yeah, he
and
just
then
watched.
Yeah. And then watched like what's wrong with the car. It was like really old car. And then I actually asked how old this car is, and then he didn't answer anything. He just showed the document.
No, he said you don't believe it, and then he showed the document. So actually it was kind of in a really communicating way. It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but he had like no emotions. He wasn't smiling not a single time.
We asked like what he did in Gomel, and then he told that I killed people. And then he took a gun. And then I was literally thinking that okay, that was pretty good joke, and I'm 100% sure that Uku just shit in his pants or something like that, because his face was like something like that.
We're laughing, but honestly, like after we got off from the car, I was like, whoa, I'm really good to be
on the back seat. It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, the thing is that this guy had like no emotions. He just said that I kill people, and then out of nowhere he took just gun that was just in between me and him. It was like a hand pistol. Just took it. I kill people.
He didn't took it for so long. It was like here.
Really bit. I kill people, and
actually it was paintball pistol.
No, well, that's what he said, but I touched it because it was just in the middle, and on the way it was like a metal pistol, but it was so bad, and he did it like many times during the drive. This kind of took the gun and
He didn't.
He said, I shoot you, motherfucker. Remember?
Yeah, but he didn't took a gun.
Yes, he took it 2 times. 2 times he did it. Yeah, but
it wasn't like that. It was.
Wait. That's not the first time. So.
And actually, Uku asked like, "What are you doing like in your daily life?" And then he told that I'm alpinist.
Not alpinist, but there are no mountains in Belarus. How can you be alpinist? This doesn't make sense. This guy's a guy. He says, wait.
Everything made sense.
He says he killed people, and then like there was a pause. Okay, I'm an alpinist. And okay, and then I just thought like in my head like there are no mountains in Belarus. Belarus is even lower than Estonia, and the Estonian highest point is 320 meters. And that's crazy. How can you be alpinist? But then I understood he's like doing some kind of thing in the really high buildings.
It wasn't like, for me, it was kind of okay experience. I wouldn't say that this is the worst what I have ever had, but it was, for me it was just so funny because I knew that Uku will be afterwards like, oh my god,
Wait.
what that was.
But that's not it.
Hey, could you go to your room? Because we hear everywhere you say.
Sorry. We'll get kicked out of from the.
Yeah, but now we can go to a story where we are.
Wait. Stop. I mean, that's not it, honestly. So what happened after was that, like, this guy had a gun between us. I mean, why does he have a gun? He said it's a paintball gun, but it was like made out of metal. So during our journey, it was only 70 kilometers, but it was like so bad because the car was like almost, I don't know, it just seemed so bad. But at one point, like, we didn't talk much. We talked a little bit.
You were talking all the time.
Okay,
That's why I was like, oh, it's yeah. He talked about his wife, that they are
Yeah.
divorced, and then it was.
Wait.
It was like typical ride.
It was not the typical ride. The thing is that he didn't, like, he spoke just a little bit English, but just enough with his good, good Russian accent. I know it's from Belarus and everything, but still. So at one point there was like silence for like, I don't know, for sometimes like many minutes of silence, and then
Which car you were? I think we were in different cars.
no.
Yeah.
That's not a
Let's
joke.
make a story.
So-
We came in the same car, but actually we were in the different cars. So
I'm just saying facts. I'm not exaggerating. No, but here's what happened. 100%. So, like, it was like everything was super beautiful. All the fields around us. It was like sun had just gone down. The sky was red, and this is what this guy literally said. Like, in the beginning, he was just wanted to ask how do you call this thing, like when the sun goes down in English, but like with hand gestures and everything. So I just tried to explain. It's called the sunset because the sun sets behind the horizon. And then out of nowhere, he just said that, yeah, he really likes when the sky is red, because when he was in prison, like, I'm not right now. Just say I'm not exaggerating. Like, when I was in prison, like I used to look out from the window all the time and look like,
yeah, because it looks like blood.
yeah, because it looks like blood. So he said he was looking out from the prison window, and it looks like blood. So I was like, okay, I really did not know what to do. I mean, honestly, I'm not saying something extra here. And then I asked, like, okay, that was a small pause. I was like, okay, what should I say? I think like something like, I like sunset too or something. But then I was like, sorry, I mean, you don't have to answer, but why were we in prison? And then he said some Russian words that we didn't understand.
He said that he was telling someone that I'm gonna kill you, but he have never ever killed anybody actually.
And that's when he took out the gun again and said, like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Or something, with this super... It was, honestly, he said it.
Yeah, I heard.
Yes,
But
and so
still.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm just saying it was real. And then he started explaining that, yeah, that Belarus is a free country. It's a free country where, when you want to go to jail, you go to jail. And that, like, he went to jail. We didn't understand what he did wrong. But then we asked, like, how long were you in jail? And he said 20 years. 20 years in jail.
Actually, it was 3. And
Yeah, but the thing is
he
that
actually corrected himself.
in the beginning, it's like 20 years, like, gun in his hand, like, or just like almost touching the gun. And then, at like just after one pause, it was like, okay, it's joke, 3. No, actually 3 years. Joke, 3 years. So we understood that he has actually been in the jail for 3 years. So when he was younger, he did like something.
He thought that it's normal in Belarus because it's free country.
It's a free country. So we were like walking towards this, like, sun had already gone down. There was blood in the sky, and the guy said that he likes to see, and he had the pistol. And I really thought that, hey, so how many kilometers we have left? I don't know, 20, 30. But I literally felt like, okay, I just really want to take this topic somewhere else. But I mean, that's not all. So we started he started talking about politics. No, the most dangerous subject in Belarus. politics. Don't talk about politics. But this was the guy. So he just talked that we were speaking Russian almost the entire way, and then at one point this guy said, "I don't actually like Russia."
No, he said that I hate Russian.
Yeah.
And he was speaking all the time in Russian. And then the guy got called and Ugo was, "Здравствуйте." And I was like, you can't say so. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
So we spoke, because Belarus language and Russian language is like completely different. And that's why I speak all the time Russian. And the guys, I actually hate Russians. Yeah, I okay, now we understand. I spoke Russian the entire time. I'm feeling scared anyway, and now you hate Russians too. And then we start talking about politics and found out that he really likes like the head of this country, because he's a strong man.
Yeah, he has killed a lot of... He said that he's not... He thinks that he has killed many good people, so he doesn't like it.
But he's a strong man because he, like, all the opponents and all the like leaders and other people like who were like kind of competitors.
He said that it's a strong person. It's the same thing as you say that I admire Hitler.
It was actually the same, because he said that he killed those people and did everything, but he's a strong person, and that's why he really he likes him. And then he started saying that he's actually really nationalist, and then we found this word that he started he got really excited about it. It's called radical, and he said he's a radical. So we asked if there are many kind of people similar to him in the country, and he said yes. All this kind of patriot, but it seemed so bad. So the guy had a gun. He said he likes the way how Lukashenko has eliminated these competitors, and he had been in the prison. That's crazy. And then that's not it. Then just before the city, I honestly thought that if we make it to the city, then probably he would have let's say killed us somewhere in the countryside, not in the city. So then I slowly started relaxing, but it was super scary. But then at the city, he started talking about his wife more, that they are not getting along well, that they have been divorced for 2 times, and that his wife has done magic to him. Some kind of magic that we didn't understand. I did not want to ask questions, because I did not want to see what this magic looked like. The guy had a gun, and we had got so much hints that this is dangerous. And then he starts talking about the magic, and that it hurts inside, or something. And
but we made it to city. I just wanted to say that today we have had the whole day had been kind of weird people, because we were in post office also today, and I entered a post office before Ugo was coming a little bit later, and then one woman, I don't know what was wrong with her, but she came to me, asked something, and then I was like, I don't понимаю Russian language, and then she started kind of yelling at me that, "Oh, you're Estonian, you're Russian. I know in historical you're Russian. Have you forgot Russian?" And I said, "No, I haven't forgotten. I don't know it. I'm too young." And then she was like, "But you're Russian. You have to know it." And that was kind of also a weird experience. Yeah,
but not as weird as hitchhiking to a guy who has zero emotions. No emotions at all. And every time I was saying something, every time I was saying something, he was like,
let's move, let's take the things together now.